Got the push-up drops for 3 sets of 3. Again, when I set up on the bench here, I'm just going from this extended position all the way down into that deep stretch. I'm not, stiff arming it. I'm decelerating. Just like that. We got 2 more of those to get through. I'm taking relatively quick breaks here. Only like 30-ish seconds between sets. Easy peasy. 1 more to go. All right, here we go. Last one. Easy peasy. Now we're going to move into flat dumbbell bench, or just dumbbell bench, because we're going to do that drop set where we do high incline, slight, and flat. I think this week I'm adding floor press to the mix. So we'll go incline, slight incline, flat, and then floor press with the same weight. I think we're doing 8s all the way across. So let's go ahead and set that up. All right, we're going to do 1 warm-up set here because the working weight that I want to use is 70. I think I'm going to do just a quick set with the 50s. Just because pretty moderate weight for me. So we'll do this on the incline. Sorry, I didn't know my head was out of the frame. So we'll do like 8 reps here with the 50s on the incline because it's the hardest version of this drop set. So as long as that feels fine, we'll jump to 70 and then we'll do our drops from there. Again, we're doing high incline, which I'm using, I guess it's not technically high incline, it's just a moderate incline at 30 degrees. And then we're going to slight, which is 10, and then we go to flat, and then we go to floor. So we're gonna do all those back to back with maybe like 20 seconds rest in between. So let's go ahead and get into it. Ugh. Yep, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Now we're going to jack that up to 70 because I feel like that's an appropriate jump. I'm going to take a quick break and then we'll do this drop set. All right, here we go. Now, if you did notice, I don't sit all the way down on the bench. My ass is up on the long part of the bench. And if you don't know why, it's just because for incline stuff, I do not like sitting on the seat. It just feels so weird. I don't like it. Leg drive sucks. So that's why I'm up here. Now I did change my arm angle there because I was getting some popping in my shoulder. I don't know if the mic picked it up or not, but brought the elbows in and the popping went away. So I got to remember that for this high incline. All right, we're going down to 10 degrees from 30. Quick break. We're doing 8 reps again. So this is not like a true rest period in between, it's like rest pause. So rest period's like 15 to 30 seconds, somewhere in that range. So, and the reason for that is because this is technically a mechanical drop set. So the variations get easier as fatigue sets in. Now we're going to flat. I'm just letting the camera roll. But not that low. There we go. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, but I got my little yoga mat right here, just so I don't have to lay on the bare floor of the garage. All right. Oh. 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 All right, to the floor. I'm gonna rest up here. That way I don't have to manhandle the dumbbells back up. All right, let's make sure I'm in frame, which it looks like I am. You guys will be okay. We'll take it like that. I go legs out for my floor press. A little tricep tap. Oh, that's heavy. We did it. Oh. Nice. That was awesome. All right. Next up, I think we're doing pull downs. So I'll go ahead and get that set up. Rest for a little bit, and then we'll knock that out. That was good. That worked really well. I like that. Right. I only have 3 sets here, but I did want to do one warm-up just because I don't want to jump straight up there. So we got 90 pounds on the stack. Medium grip pull down, but I like the rotating handles so it doesn't feel so bad on my shoulder. And then what I say, 8 reps with an eccentric. Accentuated eccentric. Lock myself in here. Can't ever make up my mind with how I want the legs. I sped it up a little bit because I was going a little slow. I don't want it to be that slow. I just want it to be controlled. Oh, yeah, nice. Cool. We're going straight to 115. And the thing about that, with that, the dual handle, is when your hands are fixed in place, you are now forced to work in a specific range, in a specific position. And if you're dealing with some sort of shoulder issue or wrist, elbow, neck issue, I mean, it's not doing you any favors to have your hands locked into place, because you may have some sort of bony limitation or even like a muscular mobility or flexibility limitation that prevents you from moving things the way they should be moving or need to be moving for it to not hurt or whatever. And so like whenever I have the chance for rows, pull downs, even bench press, dude, like majority of my variations use more degrees of freedom as opposed to locking stuff into place. Now, obviously, if you're super mobile or you don't really have any sort of movement constraints, you can get away with a lot of fixed hand or fixed foot variations. But bear in mind, some stuff that you think is fixed isn't necessarily fixed, like a barbell back squat. Your hands are fixed, but you can move them outwards, which normally fixes most people's problems at the shoulder or the elbow. But think about the feet. You're not setting up verbatim exactly the same on each side. I've seen people squat where one foot is more externally rotated than the other, and they don't even know. That's just how they set up, because that's what feels comfortable. So that is what's important. So if you do stuff like straight bar pull downs and you're like, I don't know, it always feels like shit on my shoulder, try using, if you have the option, using D handles, so that your hands can move, and then let them move. I've seen people dumbbell bench like it's a bar, like same hand position, arm position, everything. It's like, brother, they're allowed to move. You can let them move. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started on set number 2 here, or I guess technically 1 of 3. All right, here we go. 115 for 8. Plan is to go 115, 125, 135 for a little baby PR. Oh. Speed it up a little bit. Not too bad. A little heavier than I thought, but it's not too bad. 125 up next. All right, set number 2. This is 125 for 8. No straps yet, because I don't really think I need them yet. We'll see. I think we'll be okay. One thing you have to consider with pull downs as well, because you'll see this a lot, especially on pull-ups, is when people pull down, they end up in this position at the bottom, where the like traps are shrugged and they're like this, trying to get their chin over the bar. And similar to letting your ass fly off the bench when you're bench pressing, I don't necessarily think it's a problem, but if all of your reps look like that, that's a problem. So when you do pull downs and even pull ups, one of the big key components, just like keeping your ass on the bench for a bench press, is traps down. So when you pull, traps down, collarbone up. And if you're not already doing that, when you start doing it, you'll notice a huge, huge difference, both in how it feels in terms of like orthopedic health, but also in terms of strength, like, because you'll feel stronger. Like, oh yeah, dude, like I can get a lot of reps that way. And of course, if your traps are super weak, just like this, if your traps are super weak, if your backside is super weak, you'll notice a huge stability issue, and you'll notice that a lot of little tiny muscles, quote unquote, are getting beat to shit. So if you're one of those, you know, chin tuckers right here, you know, wiggling to get over the bar, stop doing that. Traps down, collarbone up. We got one more of these. All right, here we go. 135 on the stack. I'm going for not only 10 more pounds, but 1 more rep. So we'll kind of see how this goes. Huh. Normally you just do one or the other. But you know what? I'm feeling particularly confident today. Let's go, baby. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Oh, mirror traps down. Collarbone up. Ooh. Oh, dude. Fuck. Oh, Jesus. Fucking hands. All right, man. Going into overhead tricep. I'm going to brace myself up against the leg roller. I'm probably going to move this up just a few notches here. Overhead cable. We're doing extensions this way. And then curls after. And I forget the end, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. Quick break. All right, so I went ahead and did a set already, and I forgot to hit record. So it is what it is. So, but it gave me a chance to up the weight because I did what I did last week, and it was fucking cake. I was like, okay, well, we're not doing that again. So I just kind of did as a warm up. And now I'll do 3 sets of this. And I went up by 10 pounds, so this should be plenty. Especially for something like triceps. So I got a 10-second isometric beforehand. So I get tension on there. And we're chilling for 10 seconds. Just lost my balance there. And we're going for 8. Yeah, the hip support here, I don't know if you guys can see, but I got the leg roller and I just jacked it up a little bit so I can kind of lean into it, split stance to get some leverage over the weight, and then I'm just cranking them out. Surprisingly feels really good. Trying to do that variation like unsupported feels fucking terrible in my opinion. But not to mention, the first few times I went from the low pulley, like the vertical placement. I don't know, man. It doesn't really feel that good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of like this one more. So it feels more natural, and I'm able to brace harder. So yeah, I mean, I feel like if you were able to like take a seat for the vertical one and had like a back support, I feel like it would be pretty good. But whatever, it's just arms, dude. Who cares? So we're just gonna do 2 more sets of that. That weight was totally fine. So we're just gonna take a quick break. Again, like 60, 75 seconds. And then we'll do it again. 2 more times, actually. All right, man, set number 2. Same deal. Bracing ourselves up against the roller. Split stance. This is what feels the most stable here. Oh. Shaking a little bit, honestly, but that feels good. We got 1 more of those. All right, buddy. Last one. Oh. Oh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just realized I did 2 more than I needed to. A double PR. Nice. Alright, so we're on to incline curls here. I got 3 sets of 7, I think. I'm starting with last week's weight. We'll probably go up just by 5. I don't remember this being too hard, but yeah, that was cake. Oh. Go up by 5 here. Here we go, set number 2. We went up to 30. Just 7. Ugh. I honestly could probably go 35. I don't know. I still have a whole another week of these. I don't really care. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. One more. Regrettably for you guys, I did not go up. Also just because probably what I'll do is just emphasize the top a little bit more. I was kind of breezing through that last one. Ugh. Yeah, that was way worse. Oh, ooh. Oh, God. All right, we're gonna finish up here. 2 exercises left. We got TRX shoulder flies. It's the 3-way. So it's gonna be face pull, Y, lateral. And that'll be for 3 by 5. And I'm doing the alphabet here at the end. Just 1 set because I still feel like my abs are cramping to fucking hell whenever I do it. So, all right, quick break, and then we'll knock that shit out. All right, here we go. TRX 3-way. Face pull, Y, lateral. Oh. Yeah, it might be a little low. Oh, maybe not. Two. 3. 4. 5. Oh. Whew. That's a shoulder burner, man, for sure. 2 more of those. All right, number 2. Wow. Oh, jeez. All right, last one, guys. Here we go. Almost done. I am so hungry, too. That's what's motivating me right now. Three, 4. Number 5. Right. Oh man, shoulders on fire after that one. All right, physio ball, alphabet, and then we're all done. Camera's rolling. That means there's no escape. Even if I paused it though and took a 10-minute break, you guys wouldn't know. Not that I do that, of course. All right. Oh God, I hate this exercise so fucking much. I just want you to understand. I really do. I fucking hate it. I'm a little sweaty. Hopefully I don't eat shit on this fucking ball. Let's go. One thing that sucks about this exercise is even though it's the alphabet, I don't know if I'm drawing these the same way each time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure I don't draw it the same way every time. Although that doesn't feel nearly as bad as it did on week 1. Week 1, that shit sucked ass, bro. I did it just now. That wasn't too bad. It still sucked, but it wasn't not nearly as bad. Do I do it again though? That's the real question. Maybe I'll save that for week 4. Do 2 sets on the last week. I like that because I still get like these weird like ab cramps. Abdominals are so fucking weak. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. But it is what it is. That's why we're training. Alright. We're all done. Time for my post-workout yap. Alright. I'm going to keep this a little brief because my last few of these have been kind of rambles. And I'm not trying to do that every single time. But so far so good. The week so far hasn't been that bad. Tomorrow, of course, is the worst one. With the not only is it combo day, but we're actually sprinting on hills tomorrow, which I think I also have to bring up the sled. I know we were talking previously. I think it's week 4 that the distance goes up to 20 yards. And that hill that I was running on is only like 15, I think. So I do have to remember to bring my sled because I think that's the only workaround. Either that or I could just do more sets, I guess. Maybe I'll just do that because the sled doesn't really achieve the solution that I'm looking for. It improves the intensity, but what I was trying to do is volume. So maybe what I'll do instead is just instead of 15 yards, like the given amount of 15-yard sets would increase to match whatever the total volume would be for the 20s. That seems more logical now that I'm saying it out loud, so we'll probably do that. And then spend the weekend recovering. I do my conditioning intervals on Saturday, which should help expedite that a little bit. But one thing I've been doing recently that's helped a lot is the compression sleeves. If you're familiar with like the compressive like air sleeves that you'll slide up like the entirety of your leg and then it just like basically massages it. I've been doing that and that helps a huge amount. In addition to that, just like global SMR techniques for the legs and then obviously stretching them out after and light general activity. So like, daily steps and stuff like that. Other than that, it's just managing the stress afterwards and then obviously eating well and sleeping enough. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Legs are a little achy today, so I might have to do a little bit more recovery. I know it's awfully late. We're coming up on 8 p.m. here, so I might have to do a little bit of mashing of things that I have to do tonight in order to feel apt and ready to go tomorrow. But you know, also that's just how it goes. Training's hard, recovery's hard. I mean, it's as simple as it is, right? So we'll try and manage that the best that we can moving forward. Because, like I've said before, the program just obviously accumulates both volume and intensity over the 12 weeks. So, and we're just getting started. But the good news is that I can see myself adapting very quickly. And so that's good because again, last year was a fucking mess, man. Like, but in my defense, I still am relatively new to the whole athletic development thing. You know, I'm a meathead at heart, so like lifting weights is my jam, not really this stuff in terms of like know-how. So like a lot of it is just still experimentation and stuff like that on myself. So, but you know, live to train another day, as they say. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Adios.